Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanas. This is episode 215, season 9. Today's date is April 29th, 2023, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I will talk about the 60th anniversary of the grand opening of two Korvettes stores that in the Chicagoland area. One was located in Oak Lawn, and the other one was in Elmhurst, Illinois. Both in Illinois, that is. Excuse me. Also, I'll talk about a very unusual restaurant. It's called the Sky High Drive-In Restaurant. That was located on the west side of Chicago. Also, I'll do, and then I'll do tributes to two entertainers that died this week. It was actor and singer Harry Belafonte and talk show host Jerry Springer. So this will be a very interesting show. Okay, so before I get started, the program will go into a commercial break. This program is brought to you by Cheer Laundry Detergent. That's all temperature Cheer. And here's a commercial from 1977. So sit back and enjoy. And I'll be right back. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Angela, you seen my laundry stuff?
Yeah, right here. In a box marked record?
Oh, yeah. I mark everything records so the movers will be more careful.
Oh, that makes sense.
It always works, see? Everything's okay.
All of that for laundry?
Well, you know, different clothes need different water temperatures.
That's why I use all-temperature cheer. It's in the box marked all-temperature cheer.
No, I need something that's super in hot water. This blouse will never get clean.
Samantha, look. All-temperature cheer. They call it that because it's super in hot water, and it's super in warm and cold.
But that's what these are for.
You'll like this better. Believe me, it's 3 temperatures, but only 1 detergent, and it only takes 1 hand to carry.
Boy, I can't believe one detergent did all this. Bright colors, permanent press.
And your blouse. Now, that's white.
Thanks. Oh, by any chance, do you know where my red shoes are?
No, but if you hum a few bars, I'll tell you what box it's in.
All temperature cheer. Tough on dirt, but easy on your clothes. All temperature.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Cheer Laundry Detergent. If you listen carefully at the end of it, it's like a joke reference to Groucho Marx. Okay. Also, the slogan is 3 temperatures, 1 detergent. I remember that when I was growing up as a kid. I never forgotten about that. As for the laundry detergent, it's still around. It was introduced in 1950, and then it became. It was recognized for their blue granules, like that blue cheer. First, it was called Blue Cheer. They called it that. And to tell you the truth, my mother never used this product. I don't know why. Maybe once. I think. I don't know. I have to ask her. And so, like I said before, the product's still around. So they call it, the brand is known as Cheer Color Guard or Cheer Bright Clean, like that. Also, according to some information on the TV show Seinfeld, it is Jerry Seinfeld's character favorite type of detergent. And so I don't know. If you catch the episode, it's called The Sponge. So if you have a DVD collection, or if you catch it on reruns, or it's on streaming, maybe it is, and you see the episode Sponge, he will mention that the Cheer detergent. Okay. All right. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about the 60th anniversary of the grand opening of two Korvettes stores. There was department stores in the Chicagoland area. Also, I'll talk about the Sky High restaurant that was located on the west side of Chicago. It was in the Austin neighborhood. I'll go into more detail of that. Also, two entertainers, actor and singer Harry Belafonte and talk show host Jerry Springer. Before I get started, I want to mention something. Not about my health. Everything's fine with that. I went to the unofficial Bogan High School reunion. I did that, and I mentioned in the last podcast episode. Still had a good time. The pictures were up. Also, there were photos on Facebook from past reunions, which is kind of nice. I even saw the photos from last year's reunion. I didn't go because I was in the hospital, so that was kind of nice. I still could get people sort of still remember me from high school, but now I am best known as Van Chicagoland. When I went there that Saturday night, they recognized a couple of people recognized me. Oh, people knew me, but now I'm known for that. And new people know me for Van Chicagoland. They just stare at you or look at you, and then they beckon you and say, "You're Van Chicagoland. I recognize you." And they tell me, "We love your page. We love your podcast." And of course, say thank you. It's kind of funny. I've said this before. I've told people like that. I don't go there for attention. It's just me. I'm just. I've always been. That's kind of vain and selfish and narcissistic. I'm not that way at all. I'm just a normal person. I just go on, do my stuff. Every day. I'm just recognized. For the work I do, and it's wonderful, and I appreciate that. I really do. It's nice, it really is. Okay, so let's get on with the show. We will talk about Korvettes department store. That is E.J. Korvette. That was also known as that. I talked about this store specifically last year in September, and that's episode 163. I talked about all the stores that were located in the Chicagoland area, but this is a special reason why I'm going to talk about it again, because it is the 60th anniversary of the grand opening of two stores, which is today. And it's those two stores. First one was located in Oakland, Illinois, on 87th Street in Cicero, and also in Elmhurst, Illinois. That's on St. Charles Road and Route 83, I believe. Let me get that right so I can. I don't want to goof it up. Let's see. Got it right here. Yep, Route 83 and St. Charles Road. So that was kind of cool. It was. So I'll give you a brief history of the store right now. And it was a chain of discount department stores founded in New York City in 1948. And it was founded by two World War II veterans. And their names were Eugene Furkoff and his friend Joe Zwillenberg. That's where they got the E.J. Korvette. They did that. And it was like a Walmart or Costco or Target, And it just took off. It became very popular, especially in New York. They were great like that. And let's see what else. Also, it was not there was an urban legend. People keep saying that, and it isn't true. And it's not for the 8 or 11 Jewish Korean War veterans. People say that. It was not true. However, those two founders were Jewish. Okay. So I don't know where this started. how this rumor got started. Still alive today, like that. That's amazing, like that. So, when I posted about this, a few days ago, that I'm going to talk about these two stores, they mentioned, what about the other locations? Well, the other locations were open um, later on. And those were in North Riverside at Cermak and Harlem, also in Morton Grove, Waukegan Road and Dempster, also in Madison at 211th Street and Crawford Avenue. That's Pulaski Road. Some people still say Crawford, like that. And also in Arlington Heights at West Rand Road and Arlington Heights Road. I don't know if there were others. I don't think so. No. My memories of this store is two things. One, I did apply. Well, actually, there's three memories. I'll let you know. I apologize for that. One, I applied over there when I was in high school. Believe it or not, it was closing about a couple of years later, but I didn't get the job. This is the one in Oakland, Illinois. This is at a plaza, and right now then it opened as a Dominic's, and then I think it was a Dominic's. I'm not sure, and then now it's a Fair Play grocery store. My mom shops there once in a while, and I pass by it all the time. Of course, there's a Euro place, Uncle Sam's. Sometimes I get a Euro there. It's very good restaurant like that right there. And the second memory of this, and a lot of people have this, is their large record department, and they had a lot of records for sale. I'm talking about LPs, vinyl. Of course, they sold 8 tracks and cassettes, but it was vinyl. That was king of that, and they also had their own top 10 surveys and like that. But it was they had a wide selection. They really did. They had everything. That includes other stores, not just in Chicago, but also in New York. I don't know if it was located elsewhere. I don't think so. Not that I know of. And then the third memory of this everyone knows this on Facebook or on social media, that in 1967 they had the Oakland, Illinois tornado, and then it hit that devastated much of the area at the time. And there's a photo of that where there's the tornado in the background, and it didn't damage the store, but you notice that in the photo it's gray, kind of dark like that, and there's the tornado. So that's kind of that's the only photo of Korvettes there. I wish I could find a photo of the Korvette store in Oakland with no tornado. Just that's it. Like in the front of the store, that'd be kind of nice. I found the one that's in Morton Grove, and also the one in Elmhurst and Madison. I think I have that somewhere. So I don't know about the one in Arlington Heights. I can't find a photo of that. And let's see what else. What's the other store? In North Riverside. That'd be kind of cool. You have my own collection. The store sold a lot of things, not just records. They sold clothes, toys, electronics, you name it, jewelry. They had everything. It was great. It was a great store. Then let's see. So also expand. Forgive me. They did expand in other locations. For example, they went to Northern Virginia, like around the Washington D.C. area, Detroit, and also St. Louis. That's great, like that. But they started closing one by one, very slowly, like that. And I don't know, maybe it was competition. It really was, and that's a shame. And so it closed in 1980. So but people are still remember to this day about this store. They really miss it. They really do. Okay. All right. Next up, I will talk about the Sky High restaurant. And this was excuse me, it was a drive-in and restaurant. Okay. And this was, I've seen this ever since I started Facebook. Started seeing this photo of this, and it looks like the most unusual place in my life. I've never heard of this place, and so it's kind of cool at its time. So give you here's most of the information I could find about that, and this is according to the what's it called, the DR LIH Journal Blogspot. I don't know though. What's that called? Oh, it's called the Digital Research Library of Illinois History Journal, and it's by Neil Gale. He's a very good guy, very informative man. He's very nice. Okay, so this opened in like late 1963, about 60 years ago. And it was located at 102 South Cicero Avenue. It's on the corner of West Monroe Street and Cicero Avenue. And this was like an all-electric restaurant, and it operated in a salvage yard DC-7 plane. It was like a plane. And the plane's cabin was it had 10 tables, and also had a stewardess that would serve you. I guess I'm sure they had waitresses, but I think it was stewardesses. Because you're like on an airplane. And according to the ad of this, it had 14 complete dinners. Price range from $1.25 to $4.25. We're talking about 1963 prices. Also had sandwiches and okay. I wish I could find a menu of this place. That'd be kind of cool, like that. And you also had carry-out service, so it was a drive-in. So when you drive in, just like like I think they had like car hops, like in the old days. Somebody will come out and take your order like that. That's kind of nice. Also, it had air conditioning, and also it was heated, so you could go in the wintertime and also in the summer. That was kind of nice. This was very innovative. This is very one of its kind, like that. And let's see what else about that. The owners of the restaurant, they were three brothers. Their names were Demas, Greeks, of course. Their names were Jim, John, and Chris. And they invested a lot of money renovating it and trying to build kitchens and all that. They put their hearts into this place, and I could understand that. And they did an excellent job. They really did. And like I said before, there was limited seating on the ground level. So if it was full, you go upstairs. But a lot of people, I think, and families wanted to go up there, to eat in the plane, like that. Excuse me. Before that, when it was built, it was an auto bottle shop. So that was I guess they tore that down and then they built this. And I think a lot of people got excited. They really did when they saw that. Unfortunately, 2 years later, it closed. I guess maybe they were losing money, probably every day like that. But based on the photos and all that, it looked nice. And inside, when you're on a plane, they had their jukeboxes in each table. And it's feel like you're going somewhere, even though you never leave the ground. So that's nice. That when it was torn down, eventually, maybe it closed in 1965, but maybe I don't know what was built after that. So I checked Google Earth. and also maps. That is, it's still a vacant lot to this day. If you happen to drive by, there's nothing there, but you would know on the corner on Monroe and Cicero. That's where Sky High Restaurant was. Yeah. I posted a photo last night, and I read the comments on Facebook, and a lot of people do remember it, and they did dine there. People older than me, and they said it was a great experience. And so that's another Chicago, that another Chicago place that vanished into oblivion. Okay. Right now, I'm going to take a little break, and then when I come back, I'll talk about the two entertainers that died this week, Harry Belafonte and Jerry Springer. So I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay, everyone, I am back. I'm going to talk about right now about Harry Belafonte. He just passed away on April 25th, about 4 days ago. What a wonderful singer. Great, beautiful voice. And he was 96 years old. Oh, he lived a long life. Yeah, he really did. And he popularized calypso music. We all know for he's well known for his song Deo, the banana song, the banana boat song, that is, Deo, Deo. And I love that song. It's a traditional Jamaican folk song, and it's funny, but it's also like that. A lot of people remember, not when they were recorded back then, but they remember the song that was it was performed in Beetlejuice, and I remember when the movie came out, they did the music video, and so it was fun. It's funny. It really is. So that's kind of funny like that. Also, he recorded another song. What's it called? Let's see. I gotta find that. Just a moment. Other songs he recorded was "Jump in the Line" and "Jamaica Farewell." Also, he did Christmas songs, and one was "Mary's Boy Child." And that's a beautiful Christmas song. I love that. I love listening to that every Christmas. And that's great. Like that. Of course, not only he sang, he also did movies. For example, his first movie was called Bright Road. But he's also famous for other movies. Carmen Jones. That was directed by Otto Preminger. And that was it was an all black cast over there. To tell you the truth, I never seen the movie. I've seen clips of it, but I'd like to see it one time. I'm very interested. The other one was "Island in the Sun." That's another controversial song. Movie. Excuse me, movie. Also, he was in Buck and the Preacher, also Uptown Saturday Night. Now, that one I saw when it came out in 1974. He was great in that. He was funny. He played the role of Preacher. As for television, he didn't do much acting. He just performed variety shows. He really did. He was on Ed Sullivan. He was on The Muppet Show. And let's see what else. Nat King Cole Show, The Smothered Brothers Comedy Hour, The Danny Kaye Show, Flip Wilson Show. He did that, and he sang his classics. He's also sang other songs as well. So I'm trying to find the other song he sang, which I like, because that's on my Apple Music. Oh, here it is. It's called Mama Look at Boo Boo. I like that one. That was great. So when I found out something about Harry Belafonte a while back, he suffered. He had prostate cancer, like me, and it was caught early, and he had surgery, and he lived fine, which is great. So I'm happy for him. But he caught it when he was about 69 or 70 years old, so he was very old, very old. He was older than me, it's like that. But despite that, he lived a long life, up to 96. His daughter is Sherry Belafonte. She's famous for her role in the television series Hotel. I used to watch the show every Wednesday night. That's with James Brolin and Connie Selica. It was right after Dynasty. It was like Love Boat on the Ground. That's what it is. But she looked just like her dad. I haven't seen I don't know what she does now. I haven't seen her lately. So that's great. Yeah. She's a lovely girl. Lovely woman. But Harry Belafonte, he touched our hearts, and he was a great singer. Sometimes a good actor. His singing was the best. He was captivating. You saw him on TV. And, like I said before, Deo, the Banana Boat song, classic. Oh, it's a classic. Okay, next up, I will talk about Jerry Springer. This is a man you either like him or you don't, or you hate him, but you decide like that. So when I heard the news, I was sad because he was on TV practically every day through the '90s and almost to the present, like that. So I'll give you a biography of him, just a brief biography. He was born Gerald Norman Springer on February 13th, 1944. He was born in England. Then he moved to New York City. And then he went to law school. And he became active in politics. And then somehow he moved to Cincinnati, and he served as mayor of the mayor of the town. But just like one term, which I don't know why. It's kind of weird. And then, so he probably practiced law most of the time. He tried to run for other how do you say, posts, or but so here it is. So when he was chosen to serve 1 year as mayor, and that was by the Cincinnati City Council, and which was fine. But he appeared on television, and also he was a news anchor as well, which is interesting. He tried to run for governor. He tried to run for this. No, he never. That didn't work like that. So his broadcast career, he started in New Orleans, and he went to Tulane University, and then he became a political reporter in Cincinnati. That's probably what happened. And then he got somehow he got hired as a talk show host with his own name, The Jerry Springer Show. And that premiered on September 30th, 1991. And I think it was on Channel 5, I think, on WMAQ first. What started the show was, first it was like the Phil Donahue show. He would walk around, and people would comment. He would ask questions. It was fine, like that. But ratings were not that great. Okay. Then all of a sudden, in about 3 years later, 1994, it got a little crazy, and they made they didn't talk about politics much. They talk about other stuff like illegitimate, illegitimate children, divorce. You name it, they had it was bad. It really did, and oh, of course, it's famous for their fights like that, and like for example, they threw chairs, they punch each other. They showed scenes like they had food, food fights. They had these guests. It was all stunts like that. I think, according to some people, they said they went out and just invited people to do these. I don't know if they were. I don't know if their stories were true. Maybe they were, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're lying. I don't know. But you know what? It garnered high ratings, and people tuned in, and the show just went ballistic. It was very popular like that. Then a lot of people did not like it because it was too controversial. It wasn't for children, and it was bad. Women and women were treated badly, and it's awful. It was awful like that. It really was. I've seen the show maybe about a couple of times. That was enough for me. So I have nothing against the man. I really do. I like him. He seemed like a very nice man. My brother met him once at a restaurant, a Potbelly restaurant. He lived on the north side at the time. I don't know if I'm trying to remember. Did he come over to him, or he came over to him, or Jerry went to him, and they shook hands and they spoke. And my brother told me he was very nice, very sweet, and he was not just like what you see him on TV. And my brother never brought up the subject of the show, which was a good thing. And he was very kind. He really was. And the thing was, the show moved to Connecticut. It was here for a few years. According to Jerry Springer, he didn't like that. He didn't want to leave Chicago. He was very happy here, but it was due to cost. They moved over there, and so they moved to Stamford, Connecticut. I believe that's where it moved, and then it just continued, and it just went on. And let's see, and it ended on July 26, 2018. So it had a long run. It really did. And I think people somewhat were sad, or some people were elated that he was gone like that. I guess so. And also, it had spin-offs. One particular spin-off was the Steve Wilkos show. And it was a spin-off, and he was a director of security on the Jerry Springer. Like that. And it's still on the air. And that started September 10th, 2007. So he sort of carried the torch in a way, but like that. And but Jerry Springer also appeared in other TV shows. He appeared on Roseanne as himself. Not much acting. I remember one episode on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. They had the witches fighting. That was very popular at the time. And then we found out he died. And he passed away on let's see. So he died, 2 days ago on April 27th. And the cause of death was pancreatic cancer. Oh, that was so sad. That's deadly. It's awful. I hate when people makes me nervous, and I hate when people suffer like that. That's awful. And let's see what else. So actually, he lived in Evanston, Illinois. So he was in the Chicagoland area, and people saw him walking around like that. I heard he had a home in Florida too. Then he flew there at times, and they would run up to him and say hello, and he greeted his fans. He never shied away. He just said, I don't know if people went up to him and said, your show is dirty, it's stupid, and it's immoral. Maybe they have, maybe not. So I don't know. Okay. So that's it for this program. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the 60th anniversary of the two Korvettes department stores, the one in Oak Lawn, Illinois, and also the one in Elmhurst. Also, I talked about the Sky High drive-in restaurant that was located on the west side of Chicago. That was in the Austin neighborhood. Also, actor and singer Harry Belafonte and talk show host Jerry Springer. Okay. Phew. So that's quite a list. As for next episode, probably Tuesday, I'll do another one. We'll see. This show will be published soon, probably this afternoon, as always, wherever podcasts are available. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and then also be published on my YouTube channel, Chicagoland Stories. Please subscribe. If there's a subscribe button, tap it, and you'll get the latest. You'll get a notification of the latest shows that come to you. Also, will be posted on my social media accounts, Facebook and Twitter. Okay. Let's see what else. Also, I'm on my blog, vanchicagoland.blog. Okay. So this is Pete Costanis, your host of Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me today. Forgive me for rambling. I'm a little nervous. I haven't done a podcast in a while. One last thing, I haven't done a podcast on my other program, TV Oblivion. It's been like a month, and someone asked me, where's the other one? What happened? Well, I've been busy, going to the doctor, and I had some things going on, and it was Easter and like that. But I probably will do one tomorrow. We'll see that. We'll see. Probably. I'll get it together, and TV fans will be very excited. I will be too. I love doing that one. Okay. So that's the end of the show, and bye-bye for me. And here's the closing theme song with Ray Rayner doing a little traveling music saying bye, bye, bye. So long, everyone. Take care.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.